Yeah, Mike Scott, Chicago. All the way to Key Comments, Trouble Words, have a serene mind. Just left the store earlier. Everybody's got masks on. It's like a Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's basically Halloween. Which is Halloween's a pagan holiday, but Luciferian type of atmosphere. Everybody's got masks on, and yeah, I'm glad to have God in my life. I pray to be calm, no matter what turmoil surround me. So yeah, people are dying, and 150,000 people die every day, year worldwide. 150,000 people die, and so I'm glad, like I say, to be in the sun. The sun's got vitamins in the sun, so you need to step out in the sun. Wear this world like a loose garment. God can be your shield, and like I said, I just left two stores, and everybody's fears. Like I said again, fears a dark room. Fears a dark room develop negatives. Fears everywhere. Everywhere is fear. Everybody, even the cashiers, everybody in the store, dealing with social distance, and like I said, I was antisocial, so distance don't, bother me, because, but it's good to be outside, guys. He's running right now, getting his exercise. The body has to move half an hour, 5 days a week. So breathe, bad breath is better than no breath. Life unfolds in a great sheet called time, and once finished, it's gone forever. So I seize the moment, spot, know I'm on borrowed time, not a dinosaur, but like I say, today is cool. It's about 50 degrees, but we got some warm weather coming right now. And, like we'll get a shout out, one thing Indiana did not legalize marijuana. That's one good thing. That's a state. Because states are doing different things, and the federal government did not legalize marijuana. That's why it's a cashless, dealing with cashless with marijuana business. And some states, like Indiana, did not legalize marijuana. And that was a good thing because, curse of the world. Fear is the curse of the world. So a lot of curses come from different lifestyles. I learned that I don't get punished for my sins. I get punished by my sins. So a lot of times I got punished for doing wrong. So they said, fear is the curse of the world. So the world's being cursed because we took God out of schools. Gun shops open right now. People buying guns. That's why you had shootouts on the expressway because people got license to carry guns. But a simple thing like a guy crossing in traffic turns into gunplay and somebody get killed. So the gun shops are still open. Liquor stores are still open. It's a $1 billion business, and the trucks are double parked. People are getting alcohol delivered to them. So we got alcohol, we got guns. So if you got a person that's drinking under influence of alcohol with a bad temper, and he has a loaded gun. That's why Solomon said, Proverbs, wisdom is better than weapons of war. So the peace that comes from God passes all understanding. See, the world can't give me to you. The world's full of trickery, so I can't believe everything I hear. I believe in Santa Claus, but I know today that God is not of nonsense. Legalize marijuana. Stores are, some states, they can play golf, and that's essential, I guess. Dog places open, that's essential. But a lot of these people, like places like these people need to get recovery, like the suffering addict, alcoholic, it's like skyrocket. People are drinking, they drunk on Instagram and posting pictures, smoking weed, and state legalized gambling. The one thing they do, they can't legalize, they can't bet on games. Games have been closed down. Disneyland is closed, but God is open. So they're not betting on games, but basically being a gambler, the person used to be a gambler. I know that the compulsion is doing something against their will. People are going to be gambling on the elections coming up in November, who's going to win. So, like I say, a lot of things I had to leave alone. Wear this world like a loose garment, because like I say, it's wickedness in high places. Satan is the father of lies. Satan is the father of lies. So I don't believe with a lot of stuff I see going around. Like I say, 3.2 million people die every year of alcohol. Total cigarettes, like I said before, cigarettes, alcohol, illicit drugs kills 11.8 million people every year. And like I said, every 10 seconds, an alcoholic dies from alcohol. Every 10 seconds, a person dies from drinking. Remember that now. So, like I say, glad to be in the sun today. It's a beautiful day. The sun is, the news people are going to tell you it's a beautiful sun. The sun is risen. Like I say, God commands that sun to rise when he says that sun's going to rise whether you like it or not. God commands that moon to show at a certain time. It's going to show whether you like it or not. And gravity is like the moon. Has been around many years. You jump out the window, you can change your mind. You can't change gravity. Gravity does not change. God is all power. I know, like I said, dealing with the Luciferian type of plans going on right now with wickedness. A lot of people, like I said, everybody's spooked out of their mind, and they operate off of fear. And fear is everywhere. And like Buddha said, the whole secret of existence is to have no fear. Fear, what is fear? Fear is a dark world developed negatives. What is obsession? It's a thought that blocks out all other thoughts. Nowadays everybody's got to wash their hand every 2 seconds. And what the fear did to people, they ran out and bought all the toilet paper. People that couldn't buy toilet paper, there's that fear because they was afraid that they was gonna run out of the simple stuff like water. And so, like I said, glad to be outdoors. I'm still using I'm doing social distancing because a lot of people I had to stay away from. See, the company will keep it, turn trouble you meet. I avoid loud, aggressive, vexatious spirits. It's like I don't be around negative people. And that's why I don't watch the news because it don't inspire me. Because all the time, every day you get texts about how many people died. So it's like a death count. But I'm not living in fear. I'm not living into no type of morbid reflection. I need to live in the sunlight of spirit. God's creation. One thing I learned from my mother before she died, I called her. I said, "What are you doing?" And she says, "I said, what are you doing?" And she said, "I'm looking out the window." I said, "What are you looking out the window?" She said, "I'm looking at the birds, the stars, the trees, and things like that." And I learned a lesson from that. At the end, you're not looking at Facebook. When it's time to go, you're not looking at your emails. The guy who created Apples, he said, even though I created this massive billions of dollars, I lay in this hospital bed, hooked up on these machines, so to keep them alive. Wealth is what you think of it. One man extremely rich in money and possessions, but poor freedom is constantly watches. He's constantly watched. So I don't have to live in other people's fear because people come around you and they want you to, they're afraid. They want you to be afraid. I say, hey man, if you're afraid, don't come around me, stay in the house, don't come out, because see, I'm about praising God. I keep God first, God can be a shield. God can be a shield. No problems of the world can harm you. So Mike Scott, Chicago, beautiful day to be above ground. Any day above ground that I'm sober and clean and happy, joyous, and free, and wear this world like a loose garment. So thank you.